ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel on this Wednesday. My name is Virtual Nunchucks. Hope you guys are having a great day and hope this video finds you well. As you can tell by the title, we're going to talk about everything we know about Guardians of the Galaxy up to this point. We're going to cover everything. I've scoured the internet, scoured several articles to give you this information. And if this kind of interests you, if this kind of content rather interests you, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss any content going forward. We're going to start doing this for a main feature of the channel. So we're going to start with this game, Guardians of the Galaxy, and we're going to go forward with like Horizon 2, God of War, and so on until, of course, for every major release that's coming out. So I hope you guys will enjoy, and if you do, great, wonderful. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the game, and we'll talk about it in the comment section. All right, so Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out on Tuesday, October 26th, which is actually 6 days from now at the time of this recording. So let's give you guys a rundown of what to expect. If you are on last-gen platforms like PS4, Xbox One, things like that, it is available on all platforms, whether it be PC, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS5, Xbox Series S, and of course Nintendo Switch. So that's really, really cool. There are a couple of caveats you need to be aware of. If you're on PC, it's a whopping 150 gigabytes of space, so please keep that in mind. That's a lot of space, so if you're going to be playing it on PC, make sure you have the room. On Nintendo Switch, you need to be aware that it is a digital download only. There are no physical copies available, so the only place to find it will be on your Nintendo Store. Also, there are no editions, or you know, like deluxe editions or anything like that, available for Nintendo Switch. It'll be the standard edition only. But not to worry, we have some information about the standard edition here in just a moment. Alright, so again, the release date is October the 26th, which is next Tuesday. All platforms. Also, too, if you're on PS4 and current or last-gen platforms, you get a free upgrade to PS5 or Xbox Series X or S if you make that jump at a later date to the current-gen platforms. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You will get a free upgrade. Square Enix and Ubisoft have been really nice about doing that here recently, so yay. So that's still continuing with this game, so that's nice to know. So if you're on a PS4 or an Xbox One, don't worry, you'll get your free upgrade, just as long as you remember to get it when you make that jump. Alright, so here's what we know. We've already talked about the release date, obviously. But we do know that there are several trailers obviously available. There was a 10-minute or 20-minute gameplay footage shown off several times. There's also been a launch trailer just released here last week or so. So if you want to see footage of the game, you're more than welcome to check it out. It's pretty awesome from what I've seen. But they kind of give us a glimpse of what to expect. But as far as what to expect as far as gameplay, this is a single player only experience, so don't expect any multiplayer, anything like that at this point in time. This is just a single player experience. As far as we know, that's how it's going to remain. But you will play the main character of Star-Lord, and the other Guardians like Gamora and Drax and Rocket and Groot will be companions during the course of the game, whether it be on your ship bickering back and forth as they do, or on the planet following you around. Think more along the lines of, say, like Mass Effect. Your companions follow you around and help you in combat and things like that, as well as if you played Kingdom Hearts series of any type, whether it be 1, 2, or 3, or any of the offshoots from Square Enix. Think of that as your party following you along, helping you in combat. That's the kind of experience you're looking to have here in this game. So if that bothers you, I'm sorry, but your main character is going to be Star-Lord. That's the only playable character at this point. We do know, however, that the characters will, of course, follow you, and there will be special moves that they can do, like group attacks and different special abilities that the different characters will have to help you in combat. We also know that the characters in combat that are not Star-Lord are 100% impervious to damage, as far as we can tell from the trailers and things. And that's good because now you only have to focus on, taking care of yourself versus taking care of everybody in your party. And I think that's a lesson that they learned from Marvel's Avengers. For example, the AI in Marvel's Avengers couldn't stay alive in harder difficulties to save their life, and then of course you always had to keep repeating things over and over again, and sometimes I got taxing, especially on like hive stuff. So I think they learned their lesson and finally allowed the AI to be impervious to damage, which is nice. Groot is going to be like your healer, which is kind of nice. He'll be following you around, keeping your team healthy, and that kind of stuff, keeping you healthy, which is kind of nice. As far as combat goes, it'll be like on a combat wheel. There'll be different abilities and things that you can trigger by using a combat wheel. You can ask Groot and different people to trigger certain moves via that combat wheel. So that's how combat will work. Of course, you'll have access to dual pistols, a Star-Lord, and flight abilities and stuff like that. So it could be fairly interesting to look at, and to hopefully be an engaging combat system. We really just don't know until we get our hands on it. But from what I've seen in the trailers, it looks pretty cool. As far as environments and if this is going to be an open world, it will not be an open world necessarily. You'll have fairly linear levels, but there will be room for exploration on the various planets, because you'll be looking for cosmetic items or tokens or power-ups, things like that. So there will be some exploration, but it's not an open world. It's kind of like in the vein of I guess God of War, where you had like these kind of semi-explorable levels each time you stopped in one. Okay, but don't look for something really expansive. It's kind of just like guided exploration, I guess you could say. And as far as DLC, the answer to that question is, at this point, no, there will be no DLC. The creative director has come out and said that when they release the game, it will be the full experience. Don't expect any DLC, don't expect any multiplayer, don't expect any of that stuff. What you see is what you get. Of course, we've heard that before. Things like Ghost of Tsushima was supposed to be single player only, and it ended up having a multiplayer mode and then additional content and all that kind of stuff. And then again, I've mentioned that if you have Nintendo Switch, you're only getting the standard version of the game. But I have some good news. All outfits that are in the Deluxe Edition or the Cosmic Deluxe Edition of this game will be unlockable through gameplay and through exploration, so don't worry. All these outfits that are in the different editions of the game will be available to you at some point. However, if you do order the Deluxe Edition of Guardians of the Galaxy, you are going to get the downloadable soundtrack for the game called The Hits. And of course, you'll have automatic access to the Sun Lord outfit, the City Lord outfit, and there will be a Art of the Game mini art book available for digital download as well. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff. The Cosmic Edition will have all of that I just mentioned, as well as a steelbook art case. Basically, the artwork will be done by the comic book artist Marco Cicchetto, which I believe has done some of the Guardians of the Galaxy storylines and artwork before. So it's really, really cool that he's offered to do that. So that's kind of cool. However, again, if you don't have access to any of the deluxe editions or did not purchase the deluxe editions, you can still get the outfits. So don't worry about that. I do want to see if anybody has the deluxe edition. Send me screenshots of like the artwork or stuff like that, because I'd love to see that. So let me know. And you can direct message me on Twitter at @BNunchucks and let me see it if you get it, or something, because I would love to see it. It'd be awesome. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much what we know. We don't even really know the full voice cast for Guardians of the Galaxy. We know a couple of them, but I didn't think it was worth mentioning all of the ones that we do know, because unfortunately there's only like 3 or 4 of them that we do know for sure. because Square Enix is kind of being hush-hush about it. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw people who have already voiced characters from the Telltale series, for example. I wouldn't be surprised if Nolan North popped in there once or twice. I wouldn't be surprised at all, but we'll have to wait and see till it comes out. Let me know what you guys think of the game in the comment section below. Is this one you're looking forward to? Or are you kind of pass on this one, or are you kind of in a wait and see mode with this one? I can kind of understand if you are, with the advent of Marvel's Avengers kind of falling flat, or at least flatter than people anticipated, myself included. So we'll be playing it and reviewing it for you, and I hope that you guys will be around for that. In the meantime, though, you can follow me on Twitter at VNunchucks. You can follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/virtualnunchucks. Over on YouTube, of course, always. And eventually I'll have to create another Facebook page, because unfortunately my Facebook got hacked and I have not been able to get into it again. So that's a problem. But until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.